One of these trips gives you pure relaxation, and the other might leave you feeling like you need a vacation from your vacation. Which one's which? Planning the perfect vacation comes down to one big question. Do you want a trip that's effortless and relaxing, or one that's packed with nonstop action? In this video, we're comparing a cruise vacation to a trip to Disney, breaking down the cost, stress levels, and which one actually feels like a vacation. By the end, you'll know which experience is worth your hard-earned time and money, and which one might leave you with some regrets. And finally, there's one hidden cost for one of these trips that most travelers never see coming until it's too late. Stay tuned. So first, I know I'm going to catch some hate just for the title. I am not anti-Disney. I love Disney World. I love everything about it for the most part. So please don't hate. I'm not saying don't ever go to Disney. I'm not saying, that you can't have fun there. I'm just comparing one type of vacation to another and trying to give you some information that might help you make the right decision for you and or your family. Cost breakdown. Let's talk about cost. Which one hits your wallet harder? The cruise costs. If you've been on a cruise before, you know what we're talking about. The base fare, which includes the lodging, most meals, your entertainment. You're going to have your port taxes and fees. You're going to have prepaid gratuities if you want alcohol, if you want especially dining, if you want excursions, souvenirs, they each cost extra. There's just no way around it, Gratuities, you're looking at $16 to $20 per day per person. You can prepay them. You can pay them, each day. They can be added to your ledger each day of the cruise. $2,000, $3,000 on average. Well, you add in all those extras, you might be up to $4,000 on average for a 7-night cruise, give or take. Okay. Back to the cruise. I did not talk about airfare because that's an extra cost that's separate. Not everybody needs to pay that. So I'm not going to add that into either one. Let's talk about Disney. Hotel. And I'm talking Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland or Paris or Tokyo or any of the other ones. So I'm only going to talk about Orlando, the Orlando park, because that's the only one I have experience with. You want to stay on property, you're looking at to $300 a night to $600, $800 a night, depending upon which of the, 40 hotels on property. If you're going to stay off property, a little bit less, but now you got to get back and forth to the parks. So that's your hotel. Park tickets, if you're going to buy a one-day, one-park ticket, you're looking at, I want to say $120 to $180, depending upon the park, the day, all that. If you're going to do park hopper passes, where you can go, it's a multi-day pass, and you go to multitude of parks over those days, you're looking at $200 to $800 per person for those passes. Food, you can get food plans included, in your package. Either way, it's pricey. You're looking at, if you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the park, $50, $80, $100 per person per day. Genie Plus, Lightning Lane fees, they add up pretty quickly. Now, arguably, they're worth their weight in gold, skipping all of those lines, but you're talking, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, maybe even $10,000 for a week at Disney World, when you add it all up. So cost/value-wise, the verdict, in my opinion, cruises are a better value, but I like cruises better. Both trips do have expenses. Both trips do have a cost associated. Stress levels, effortless or exhausting. Cruise ships, you unpack once, everything comes to you. You walk 100 feet, you got dining, you got entertainment, you got your activities, no transportation stress. You wake up, almost every morning and you're at a different island in a different destination. Plenty of downtime options, pools, spas, lounges, ocean views, casinos, shows, live music, all right there, all, arguably, 500 feet from wherever you're at on the ship, maybe 1,000 feet at the most. Disney, on the other hand, early wake-ups to beat the crowds, to secure ride reservations, long days at the park, 20, 30,000 steps, easy, nonstop, navigating Genie Plus, park hopping, dining reservations, restroom breaks, souvenirs, running. To me, Disney is anything but relaxing. It's fun. There's a lot of great things to see and do, but it's not exactly relaxing. To me, a true vacation is about relaxation, about slowing down. And in my opinion, of the two, you're only going to get that in a cruise. Entertainment and activities. Family fun or nonstop chaos? Let's talk about cruise options. Let's see. Broadway-style shows, live music, trivia, onboard activities, including water slides, go-karts, rock climbing for the adventure seekers, kids clubs for parents' time to relax and chill out. Did I talk about the casinos? Did I talk about the ice skating? Did I talk about the water shows? Did I talk about the mini golf and the basketball court and what else? I think that pretty much covers it. Now, Disney. iconic rides, parades, character meet and greets, nighttime fireworks, immersive themed lands, countries in Europe, things like that. More ride variety than cruises by a factor of 100. Longer wait times, unless you want to pay the extra fees and do the lightning lane, that kind of stuff. The verdict, this is a tough one because, again, it depends on what you're looking for in a vacation. Disney delivers the magic. Pure and simple, it delivers the magic. Cruises, more relaxation, still having fun, some adventure, food-wise. Cruise dining. A lot of the food options on board the ship are included. As those of you who've been on a cruise know, your main dining room, your buffet, arguably a half a dozen different, I don't want to say fast food, but casual dining included in the price. You can pay extra for specialty dining, of course. You've pretty much got, it's not quite 24/7, but it's almost 24/7 food options like, pizza, room service, soft serve ice cream. If you go hungry on a cruise, it's kind of your fault, honestly. Quality of food, fair to good, to be honest. I've had some pretty bad meals. I've had some absolutely amazing meals. But honestly, overall, I would say, the cruise line food is good. Fair to good. I always find something I like. I've never walked away from a restaurant hungry. Disney, nothing's included with the cost of your hotel stay or your park ticket. They do have dining plans, which run, give or take, up to about $100 per adult and $30 to $40 per child. There are quick service options in the park. Think fast food, but they're expensive. But honestly, they're kind of necessary because you don't really have the time in the Disney parks to sit down and have, an hour and a half meal type of thing. I mean, you do, but you're missing out on a lot. You also have plenty of opportunities for 5-star meals as well. There are some amazing restaurants on property and in the on-property hotels. Dining reservations, on the other hand, for some of the popular spots, you got to book months in advance. Character meet and greets, certain dinners. It's a lot of planning. Food-wise, to me, the cruise food is a clear winner. It's budget-friendly because it's free. Or not free. It's included in the cost you're already paying. And, honestly, there are all-you-can-eat options, which there are times that I enjoy that. So now let's talk about a hidden cost that a lot of travelers don't really think about. Genie Plus and Lightning Lane at Disney. You're talking hundreds of dollars for a family. Family for, hundreds of dollars. But arguably, can you really do Disney without them? Yes, you can get into the park without them, but if Star Wars is a 2.5 hour line, and Avatar is another 2.5 hour line, and Space Mountain's an hour line, and the Haunted Mansion's an hour line, and this is an hour line, and that's a 2 hour line, you're going to be at the park for 12 hours and you're going to go on 5 rides. To me, you arguably have to do these extras, and that significantly adds to the bottom line. On top of that, if you're doing special events at the parks, whether it be, like the wine and food, or, of course, I can't think of any of their other special events, but a lot of times the tickets to get into that special event, not to get into the park, but that special event, that costs extra. So if you want to go and you want to go into the park, that's cool. That's covered by your ticket. But if you want to get into, and I'm saying the food and wine, I don't know if this one's extra or not because I've never done it. But if you want to go into the food and wine event, now you're talking another $50, $100 per person, $200 per person, depending. Another thing, parking fees at the resorts. Holy cow. Now, I'll be completely transparent with you. If you decide to drive to a cruise port, you're paying for parking there too. You're paying $15 to $25 a day, depending upon where. But those unexpected costs add up and really surprise you. First-time cruisers, unexpected costs, are the gratuities, any service charges, arguably the excursions, because if you've never been on a cruise, you don't realize how they nickel and dime you. And yes, they do. Internet packages, if you want Wi-Fi on board, you're talking $20, $30 a day per person. There are hidden costs there as well. So verdict for hidden costs, Disney's hidden costs add up faster, making it more expensive than most people expect. In my opinion, sorry about that. Final verdict, which is better? Kind of hard to say, honestly. To be fair, it depends on you. It depends on what you're vacationing for what you're looking for. Again, I'm not anti-Disney, but are you looking for relaxation and sun and fun and pool and that kind of trip? Or are you looking for Disney characters and meet and greets and park rides and, drinking around the world in Epcot and all the Disney magic that they bring to the table? Hard to say. It's personal preference is probably the best way to put it. Now that you know whether a cruise or a trip to Disney is right for you, or at least you're thinking about it, let's talk about something that might surprise you. Some amazing perks of cruising that even the most seasoned cruisers don't always know about. If you miss these, you could be leaving hundreds of dollars in benefits on the table. I'll take you through them all right here.